Have you ever looked at a pile of garden greens and thought that could become something delicious? Well, that's exactly what happened during a recent visit to my in-laws' home here in Portugal. Some of the Portuguese kale and cabbage growing in their garden were no longer needed and were going to be thrown away. But when I saw them, I immediately thought of Gundruk, a traditional fermented leafy green from Nepal that many of us grew up eating. Hello everyone and welcome back to PabsKitchen. As a Nepali living in Portugal, I always enjoy finding ways to recreate the flavors of home using local ingredients. Some foods bring back memories instantly, and Gundruk is definitely one of them. The smell, the taste, and even the process of making it reminds me of Nepal. So when I saw these beautiful garden greens, I knew I had to give it a try. To make the moment even more special, my daughter joined me as we harvested the leaves together. Because I needed to bring the greens back home, I first spread them out under the sun for about 2 hours. This allowed them to wilt slightly, making them softer and easier to pack into bags for the journey. If you are harvesting greens close to home and don't need to transport them, you can skip this step and simply wash them right after picking. Once we got home, I washed every leaf carefully under running water the following day. I took my time cleaning them one by one to remove any dirt, dust, or garden debris hiding between the leaves. This might seem like a simple step, but it's a very important one. Starting with clean greens helps create a cleaner and safer fermentation later on. After washing, I shook off as much as excess water as possible and used clean cotton towels to absorb any remaining moisture. Once most of the surface water was gone, I spread the greens around my kitchen wherever the sunlight reached. Living in an apartment means I don't have large outdoor drying space, so I made use of every sunny corner, especially around the kitchen windows. At this stage, we are not trying to completely dry the greens. We simply want them to lose some moisture and become nicely wilted. This helps create the right texture for fermentation. After about 2 days near the kitchen windows, the greens had become soft, loose, and nicely wilted. This is exactly what we were looking for. Once the greens were properly wilted, it was time for the next important step, breaking down the fibers. Since I don't have a large mortar and pestle, I gently pounded the leaves one by one using a small hammer. I know that sounds like a lot of work, and honestly, it is. If you are working with a larger batch and have a mortar and pestle available, you can slice the leaves into strips and pound them lightly. That way, it will definitely save you some time. This step is very important because breaking the fibers helps release moisture from the leaves and creates a better environment for fermentation. It also allows the greens to be packed more tightly into the fermentation containers, reducing air pockets that could encourage unwanted contamination. Once all the leaves were pounded, I gathered them into bundles and packed them tightly into clean jars. As I added the greens, I pressed them down firmly to remove as much trapped air as possible. Removing air pockets is one of the keys to successful fermentation. Before closing the jars, I place a clean heavy object on top of the greens to keep them compressed during fermentation. Keeping the greens under constant pressure helps them ferment properly and creates ideal condition for the beneficial bacteria that gives Gundruk its unique flavor. Once everything was packed tightly, I placed the jars in a sunny spot to begin fermenting. Portuguese kale and cabbage usually take a little longer to ferment than traditional mustard grains. And now comes the hardest part, waiting. But that's also where the magic happens. Over time, the beneficial bacteria slowly transform these simple garden greens into the delicious, tangy, and distinctive Gundruk that so many Nepalese know and love. For me, that's one of the most beautiful things about traditional food. With a little patience, simple ingredients can become something truly special. And that's how I prepare Portuguese kale and cabbage for making homemade gundruk here in Portugal. It's a wonderful way to preserve seasonal grains, reduce food waste, and keep a small connection to Nepal alive, even while living far from home. In the last video, I showed you what happened after fermentation and how these grains transformed into finished gundruk. So, if you are curious to see the final result and the complete process, make sure to watch the last video of this gundruk journey. Thank you so much for watching and supporting Pub's Kitchen. Until next time, happy cooking and take care. Bye.